Hi, this is Craig Dellinger with ProLite Gear, and this is a sneak peek of the Sea to Summit Ultralight sleeping pad. This pad will not be available till spring of 2015, but Sea to Summit sent us this sample for us to play around with and test out, and so it was okay if we went ahead and made a video on it. I'm making the video now because we recently did a series of videos and wrote an article on the best lightweight sleeping pads. I'll put a link to that article in the description below if you're watching this video over on YouTube, so be sure to click on that. Over there I've got the specifications for all the lightweight sleeping pads side by side, and so you can easily see how these pads stack up against each other. Let me tell you what we like about this pad so far. Number one, we like the price. It's less than $100. So the only pad that we've tested so far that costs less than this is the Big Agnes Double Z. This pad comes in at 12.5 ounces for the 6-foot long or 72-inch long length, which is the length we standardized for our comparison grid over there. So the only pad that comes in lighter than that is the Thermarest NeoAir X-Lite, and that's just a half an ounce lighter, but that pad costs $160, whereas this pad costs less than $100. The pad compresses up to a really small size. This is the box that it comes in. It does come with a stuff sack, so a nice stuff sack and a repair kit in there inside the packaging. And we think it's a really stable pad to sleep on. It's a lower volume pad at only 2 inches thick, so you can still use it in a bivvy or in a smaller volume footprint. We talked about how some of these thicker pads can't be used in bivvies, and if you are using them in a smaller footprint shelter, by bringing yourself up off the floor of the shelter, you're putting yourself into the angled sidewalls of the tent. So sometimes you want a less thick pad in those environments. The only downside of this pad is it's not a warm pad. It's only got an R factor of 0.7, so it's a summer weight sleeping pad only. You do get some insulation. One thing I want to talk about is what they call their air sprung cells. That's these individual cells. I'll give you a close-up of this. It's a lot of individual air chambers, and by making a high number of smaller air chambers, they're reducing the micro convection air currents that happen inside each cell. There's no additional insulation like down or synthetic inside this. The pad is made out of a 40 denier nylon, and there is a treatment that they put on the surface to give it a little bit of stickiness. It's not going to be as tacky or as sticky feeling as the Thermarest NeoAir pads. Those have a much grippier feel to it, but this isn't as slippery. It's just an untreated nylon. They also treat the inside of the pad with an antimicrobial coating on it, so that as you're breathing your hot, moist air into there, it becomes a pretty good environment for the growth of bacteria, and having an antimicrobial coating in there helps inhibit that. So one other feature on the pad is the valve that they put in this. It's a valve that has one tab that you pull open to inflate the valve, another tab that you pull open for a rapid exhaust to deflate the valve. What's unique about this is they've got a little button on the inflate side of the valve. There's a little membrane in there that if you push on that button, it opens that valve up a little bit, so you can leak a little bit of air out of the pad to fine-tune your air pressure in the pad. So overall, you know, if you're looking for a summer pad, this is an inexpensive, lightweight, durable, comfortable pad that packs down to a really small size. I'll put all the specifications for this over at that article. Like I said, if you're watching this video over on YouTube, check the description below for a link directly to that article. As always, thank you for watching our videos, and thank you for subscribing to our channel.